Okay, so we said the greatest common factor was 3m to the fifth. So I'm going to factor that out, and I'm deliberately leaving some space here to go back and fill in a step that will help some of you, but some of you won't need. Okay, so and actually let me fill that in right now, because for those of you that need it, the answer may not make sense without it. So what a greatest common factor is something that's a factor of all three of these. In other words, I can write all three of those terms as a product of 3m to the fifth and something else. So in this first spot, I would have 3m to the fifth times, 8m to the fourth. And you can just double check. 3 times 8 is 24. M to the fifth times m to the fourth. Yeah, that's m to the ninth. So I've rewritten this first term as a product of 3m to the fifth times something else. Okay, and then I have a minus sign. We'll just stick that on the front there. And let's write this second term as a product of 3m to the fifth and something. So let's see, 3 times what would give me 18? I would need a 6 there. How many, if I've got 5 factors of m here, how many more do I need to give me 7 factors of m? I need 2 factors of m. Then I've got another minus sign. And I'm going to write this last term as a product of 3m to the fifth and something else. 3 times what would give me 9? I need a 3 there. I need 5 factors of m, but I have 5 factors of m right there. So that's all I need. Now, to write down the answer, what do I want to say next? I want to say that what my answer is supposed to be is this polynomial, but with the common factor written out front. So I need to take, factoring means take something that's not a product and write it as a product. So I'm going to take advantage of the distributive property, but in reverse, to sort of undistribute this common factor and put it out front. And then I'm going to ask myself, well, what was this factor multiplying in each term? Well, it was multiplying 8m to the fourth in the first term. It was multiplying 6m squared in the second term. It was multiplying 3 in the last term. And then I have to use the appropriate pluses and minuses for each term. There's an invisible plus there that mimics the invisible plus there, and I've got minuses there and there. Now, if you want to jump to writing the answer, that's fine. And let me point out that the mental process is the same as what I did here. Once I've determined that 3m to the fifth is the common factor and that it's what is going to be factored out front, I ask myself, okay, 3 times what would give me 24? Well, it would be an 8. That's how I got this 8 too. How many more factors of m do I need? In this first term, I had 9. I've taken out 5. How many more should there be? 4 more. And same mental process in the last 2 spots. We need to also review factoring out a common factor that's not just a term, but is actually a blob of stuff in parentheses, and the blob in parentheses will typically be a binomial for us. So notice that I've got 4a times something here and 3 times the same something. So I can say to myself, well, it looks like a minus 3 was distributed into 2 spots. So I can undistribute it and say the multiplication problem that this person was trying to do was a minus 3 times 4a plus 3. Okay, this is just like if I asked you to factor out the common factor. Let's say I had 4a x plus 3x. So this is just like if I gave you 4ax plus 3x and asked you to factor out the common factor, you'd say, oh, well, x is common to both places. it looks like someone was asked to distribute it into 4a plus 3, because that's what you'd get, right? 4ax plus 3x if you distributed. And all that's happening here is instead of a single letter x, we have a blob of stuff in parentheses. Okay, so the whole parentheses are playing the same role that x is playing there. So before we go on and do anything more with with factoring, I would like you to just review the ideas here. So please find the GCF for these two terms and factor it out, and then also take a shot at factoring out a binomial common factor. Okay, so please do that before you watch the next video, and I'll do them for you in the next video so you can make sure you got them right. I'll see you then.